Hey there folks, it is Rob and welcome to my very first movie review on my channel. I plan to do a lot of these, so I hope you guys enjoy them. There are a lot of films that I missed seeing in the theater. There's a lot of them that I'm late to the party on, but now I'm going to get to talk about them. And this is definitely one of them. And the movie is In a Violent Nature. Now, I've seen this movie twice, and I loved it even more the second time. It's a 2024 Canadian slasher film, written and directed by Chris Nash. And let me tell you, he really outdid himself here. This movie is so unique on the way it's shot. You have this mute killer who is accidentally resurrected by a group of teenagers in the wilderness, and he begins stalking and murdering them one by one. But it's shot and observed from the killer's perspective. So you are, as an audience member, you are following the killer as he's walking. The camera is behind him, and it shows him going from A to B, which is that's very unique. I mean, if you think about Friday the 13th, when Jason is chasing after his victim, the camera will switch from the victim to Jason, and it shows Jason, the camera is usually in front of Jason, and he's like walking towards the victim, trying to kill him. But, the whole thing with Jason teleporting, how does he get from this area to that area so fast? Well, this movie, there is none of that because it's very slow. When the camera is following the killer, he's literally walking. He is just walking through the wilderness. There are a few cuts here and there to kind of get him to go a little bit faster. Like there's this long path, and he's just walking and walking and walking. Then it might cut, and he's towards the house a little bit. But it's very interesting. I kind of like that because I don't know, it just feels more realistic that way. It's not like he's running or trying to hide. He's just basically walking, not giving a shit if anyone sees him or not. But I just like how he just takes his time because he doesn't need to rush it. The killer is named Johnny. And the whole thing with Johnny, it's like there's a locket hanging from a fire tower that's kind of, destroyed. And there's a story that, the serial killer identified as Johnny rises from the ground when someone takes the locket because that thing, it meant so much to him from his mother, I guess. But something happened like 10 years earlier where there was like a massacre, and everyone knows the legend. Well, now it's starting up again. And he looks like Johnny. He looks like Jason. His outfit, the way I guess his mannerisms, that's the perfect word. His mannerisms are exactly like Jason or even Kane Hodder. The way he's kind of walking like all bulky, the way he breathes, the way he turns his head, it's definitely Kane Hodder. I would love to see this character go up against Kane Hodder's Jason. I mean, yeah, this guy is like, he's just a big guy. But I like it. So Johnny is killing everyone he comes into contact with. And he's looking for that locket. And I gotta say, a lot of the kills in this movie are very, very good. Now, in the beginning of the film, he doesn't have that mask. He goes to a wildlife rescue center and finds this mask preserved in a glass case with some of these other weapons. And he breaks the case open and puts that on, and now we have a killer. We have a new character. And I like it. I think it's pretty cool. He has like these hooks with chains, and um, it does something to this girl on a cliff. I'm like, God, I couldn't believe it. But he's really kind of a cool character. I do get kind of Friday the 13th vibes when watching this film, because it's the woods, and then, you know, some of the places feel like a camp resort. You know, and like I said, he reminds me of Jason when he kills and when he walks and stuff like that. So there are kind of similarities. But again, with this movie, the way it's shot is totally unique. And the fact that there's, you know, no music. When he's walking, there's nothing. There's no music. And that itself is pretty cool. But like, honestly, this movie has a runtime of 94 minutes, and it flew by. Like, I know there's a lot of people who say this is a very slow film, and yes, I mean, when he's walking and stuff like that, it does take a while for him to get where he needs to go, but it's not really like a slow burn. I wasn't bored. I was just kind of intrigued by the movement of the camera. That was pretty pretty awesome. But like the kills, there's like a wood splitter kill where he splits this guy's arm off and then his head. There's a lot of beheadings in this. But the girl, man, this girl on the cliff, he like sticks that hook in her stomach, and then he sticks one hook on her head and makes a hole in her stomach to put her, he bends her head down. Like if you were going to bend over to touch your toes, her head, he pulls her head through her stomach, out her back. I'm like, oh my God, like that kill, I've never seen a kill like that. It's so creative and it was so cool. I was like sitting there with a smile on my face, like this is this is crazy. This is awesome. You know, beheadings and stuff like that. You see, as a horror fan and a gore nut, you see a lot of kills that are just the same thing. But that that kill where he pulls her head through her stomach, that was really, really cool. All in all, guys, it's your, I guess you could say it's your typical slasher film. There might be things that you've seen before. There are, I think, a couple of off-screen kills, but all in all, I think the kills are pretty good. When it says right there, the gnarliest kills I've ever seen, I would say that definitely for a couple of them. But it's a slasher film with a different, unique take on the cinematography. That's what it is. I know when it first came out, this movie got a lot of positive reviews, but then things started to get mixed about it, and some people were saying they didn't like the ending. The ending was fine with me. Like, I thought the old lady in the truck who picks up this girl, I thought something was going to go on with her, but they kind of make you, she tells like a story, but then she stops the truck, and I'm thinking, okay, he's going to do something, or she's in on it. Like maybe she's bad. Maybe she's somehow in with Johnny, the killer. But then I thought to myself, no, they're not going to do the Pamela Voorhees thing. They're not going to go the Friday the 13th route, because that would just be copying. But that's the good news. They don't do that. So maybe people were upset with that. I don't know. I wasn't upset with it. I thought it ended fine. So yeah, guys, if you haven't seen In a Violent Nature, definitely check it out. I got this copy from Goodwill for like 99 cents on DVD, so I was really happy to find it, because it was a movie that I was just going to buy on the shelves at Walmart when I had the chance. I just never did. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this review. Stay tuned for more movie reviews, and this is Rob signing off. See you guys next time.